Bonjour everybody, how you all doing? Good morning, happy Saturday morning. And you know what, it is a lovely day. The sun is actually shining properly, really nice out there today. But I want to do a little bit of a video just on my opinion on two different types of radio and why I like one type more than the other. Because for me, it is a deal breaker, like really, literally a deal breaker. So in front of us here, right, we've got a Capo DX5000, lovely radio. Now these are the same as the Superstar 6900, and you've got other ones, the Voyage the Voyage 9000, VR 9000. You've got the Anytone version of this. There's loads of radios which copy this whole design. All right, so this is the first radio. The second one, use it in my other example, is a rather dusty, because it still needs to be dusted and cleaned, Mark 1 President Lincoln. Alright, so we've got a Mark 1 Lincoln and we got a DX5000. There's many differences. That one being about, I don't know, let's say more than 20 years old compared to this one, which is about 4 years old. I only had this one very long, but the design of this radio goes on a lot longer. So we've got all the buttons and the things in here. There's a lot more menus within this radio, which is fine. If you're going to buy this type of radio, then you're going to be okay with menus. You've got a few knobs and buttons here and there, but this one's been on the shelf. It's very dusty, and you're going to be alright with that. You're going to look into it and you're going to be like, okay, I don't mind, have to go through some menus to turn things on and off. I've got knobs and switches, but there is some menus. This one, there is no menus. Everything you need is on the switches and on the knobs, which is absolutely brilliant. That is like, you couldn't ask for better than that. Everything you need is on the knobs and the switches, which is, you know, one of the main things for me. But the main thing which made me stop using this radio, because I just had enough of it. It come to a point where I was only using it on one channel, and I was literally just keeping it on CB. Like literally I was staying on channel 19. Well, it wasn't just 19, but I was using it on the UK 40 only. I was keeping it on band A for UK 40, and you can just change the channels like that. I wasn't using it for its full capability. I wasn't using it for 10 meters. I wasn't using it for, you know, even going on to sideband for any of the other 27 megahertz channels on sideband. I was literally keeping it on the UK 40 because I'd had enough of one feature. Does anybody know what that feature is? There'll be some of you there now that know exactly what I'm talking about, and you can predict exactly what I'm going to say before I've said it. Some of you are probably going to be going, I don't know what he's talking about, let's find out. And some of you are probably going to be knowing what I'm going to say, but saying, well, that don't matter, stop being a dickhead, just stop going on about it. But to me, it's a big deal, and it is really annoying. If you've got one of these radios and you use it on the sideband, and you have to use this feature, I guarantee you're going to get annoyed with it. And that's the clarifier. The clarifier is the worst thing about this radio, unfortunately, and it's what made me stop using it. So the clarifier is a clicky clarifier, and that is terrible. I mean, the whole radio is a fantastic radio, but the clarifier, they just need to change that one thing, and this whole radio, for me, will be usable again. You know, so what happens is, on a normal clarifier, this is why I switched back to the Lincoln. Okay, so we're on 27375. Right, USB. This is the clarifier, the RIC control. Alright? Not that it made any difference like that, because there's nobody talking. When there's somebody talking, you use the RIC control or the clarifier to sort of dial them in. It adjusts frequency a bit to the left or a bit to the right. All it does, it shifts the frequency ever so slightly, just so that you can tune in to what frequency they're on exactly, to get them sounding optimal. And when you turn it like that, you've got a nice smooth dial like that. It doesn't interrupt the sound at all. You literally, I might try and find a person in a minute and demonstrate. But you literally just, you turn it and it moves, and it doesn't interrupt the sound. But with these clicky clarifiers here, if you're trying to tune somebody and say you found somebody and they're talking a bit loud like that, so you can adjust it, but it interrupts. So you get like that. And you know, if you're listening to somebody trying to tune them in, because a lot of the time you'll find someone, oh, there's somebody talking, right, and you're listening to what they're saying, but you're tuning them in at the same time. But if they're going you've missed out on all of what they're saying. By the time you've actually got them tuned in, you've missed what they're saying. You probably missed a call sign. You probably missed whatever they've said. So then you tune them in. Now you've got to sit there listening and waiting and waiting and waiting. Whereas on this one, they might be going, yeah, and then they're talking normal and brilliant. You haven't got to miss what they're saying. So let's see if we can find someone. I'll see if I can demonstrate. Must be someone around. People on 555 maybe. No one on 555. I thought I might find someone on 10 metres, but I didn't, so... Might better find someone on FM that I could have... oh, no. Right, listen. That's when they're talking. Can you get that? Can you hear the difference? Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. But if that was with this one, I know you're going to say, well, plug it in and show us, but I can't be bothered. I literally can't be bothered. But I just wanted to say, you know, that is the main thing. If Capo and CRT and all the other companies that make this type of radio would just change the clarifier. They don't have to change nothing else. Just change the clarifier to one that's not clicky. So you can still have it, say, push it in to do your menu things, but just so it doesn't click. We just want a smooth dial, yeah? A smooth linear dial, so that it doesn't interrupt the sound and it's not clicky, so you can just and then you tune them in perfect, and then this radio would be absolutely ideal. The other thing, which is very annoying for me about this type of radio, okay, is the bands. So let's say we're on band A, which happens to be pre-programmed into the Capo version, but not the 6900 CRT version, is the UK 40. So we're on UK 40, we're going through the channels, okay, 1 to 40, blah blah blah, and then if we go to channel 40 and then we click it one more, it goes back to channel 1. because we're on band A. So then if we want, we've got to go to band B, and then we've got to go around. It just goes around in a big circle, which is, you know what, for me, when I first got this radio, well, I first had a 6900 and it was alright, and then it got to annoy me, so I got rid of it. And then I got this one about, I don't know, 9 years later, I got this radio. Same design, I thought I fancy one of those again, so I got one. And this started to get on my nerves again with the bands. The fact you have to select them, which is another reason why I went back to the Lincoln. So if we take a look here, we're on band 1, and we can change the band by pressing this band button. See that changes it to band C, band D, E. You notice the frequencies going as well. F, 26, 27. I think that's band G. It looks like a 9. I think there's going to be a H. I'm not sure. Anyway, back to 1. And 27605. But if we get the VFO here, which is the equivalent of that's the same. Okay, same dial, does the same thing, and we just turn it. Watch the bands. Ready? The channels get to 38, 39, 40, blah blah blah, 50, right? And then it goes 27, 9, 950, right? So if we was on this radio now, this would go back to the beginning again, and we'd have to switch to the next band. But we can just carry on with the VFO, and it changes bands for us. And we're on to 28 megahertz, and we keep going. I can just be scanning through, la 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 la, and we've got to press no band button. Away we go, and then oh no, another band, 29 megahertz, lovely. I'll just keep going. I'm still scanning through. Oh, I want to keep going. I ain't got to mess around pressing no band buttons. I'll just keep going. There we go. Oh, another band. Oh, lovely, 26 megs. Right, let's keep going. I want to keep scanning through, see if I can find somebody to talk to. It's just, this is just like, see, up to 50 channels, and then, poof, 27 megahertz. Lovely, that's just what I want. Now I can keep going through, so I haven't got to keep pressing no band button. I can if I want, and it would take me straight to the band that I want. I haven't got to go use the VFO. But the thing is with this one, you have to do that. And it just gets too much for me. You know, if I'm talking to somebody on the CB and they're like, oh, let's go to this channel, this frequency. I'm like, okay, brilliant. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, so band D, and then, okay, okay, there it is. Right, that's the frequency I want. And then we're chatting away and they go, okay, let's go to this frequency. Right, okay. Was it on that one? Okay. No, we're on that one. Perhaps it was on F. No, we're on F. Right. B. Oh, there it is. Whereas on this one, I've literally just got to go, okay, so I'm on 27,355, and I want to go to 27,781. 27,781. Oh, that's 81, sorry. Right, we'll go to 841 then. 27,841 span 25. 27,841. Channel 25. Lovely. Brilliant. Job done. Whereas on this one, I'd have had to have gone, what was it? Oh yeah, it was on band A. Right. 25. Lovely. That might seem small, but to me, that's a big thing. Perhaps, maybe it's because I come from the world of HF sets where you just literally just scroll to VFO and you find what you want, but this, it does get annoying, and that's just my opinion, you lot, and it is a small thing, and some of you lot are going to go, well, it's just a small thing, just deal with it, for goodness sake, and it might well be, but that's my opinion, right, and that's what I think you should be prepared to have to deal with, because there's a lot of people, every single day I speak to people on the radio that have issues. They're like, well, I can't get this channel. Because I'm like, well, let's go to this channel. And they go, I can't get that channel on this radio. What radio you got? I've got a Superstar 6900. You can get that channel. No, I can't. I keep turning the dial, and it just goes around in a circle. I can't get that channel. And you can. You've got to find it. So you've got to go A, B, C, or D. So you've got to pick which one you want, either A, B, C, D, E, or F, and then flick through and find which one you want. Oh, then they spend ages flicking through trying to find the frequency that they want. Whereas if they didn't have to do that, it's fine having the A, B, C, D and F, but I think they should make it so that when you turn the dial, it should automatically, I know it can't because that's a manual switch, and if it switched to band, say C on the screen, but it's still on band A, it would be very confusing, it wouldn't really make sense. I think they should make this into a button, just like is on the Lincoln there. It's just a button, you press it and it changes band. I think they should make it like that, so that when you scroll to VFO, which would be nice if that was smooth as well, to be honest, but when you scroll to VFO, that changes the band just like the Lincoln does. Then I'll tell you what, this has the potential to be a cracking radio, really good CB/10 meter radio, really good one, if they just changed that and the clarifier. Those two things would make it absolutely perfect. But for me, I'm switching back to the Lincoln, and I'm keeping the Lincoln in line, because that is like, it's got everything that you would need. It's just absolutely spot on. When they made this radio, they did well. I've still got to clean this one up. I've still got dirt in between, in the little things in the dials there that I've got to get out. I've been trying to get it out with a toothpick. I've got most of it out. Believe it or not, it was a bit worse than this. So I'm just still trying to get that out. I'm still trying to get the dust. I've got some cotton wool buds to get the dust out from in between here. But I'm slowly getting there with it. But I'm just too impatient, to be honest with you. I just want to use the bloody thing, so I've got it in line. I wasn't going to put it in line. I was going to keep it on the bench and clean it and then put it in line. But I got fed up with this one, so I thought I'm going to put that one in line and clean it when I want. So that's what I did. But yeah, man, that is it, you lot. There you go. Leave me your opinions. You know, what you think about the two issues that I've raised, and how do you get on with it? Would you like it to be changed? Maybe, I tell you what, you lot, maybe, you never know, if enough of us sort of write to Capo or Superstar, CRT, sorry, and we put our feedback to them, they might change it. I can't see it. They probably need a lot of people to complain about it, but you never know. They might do an update on the next release and do it. In fact, they've just released a new version, and you're not probably going to be telling me, oh, they've already changed it, so you don't have to do it no more. I don't think they have, though, because I have seen some review videos of it, of the version 7 or whatever it is, and it looks pretty much the same to me. But there you go. So yeah, nice one, you lot. Happy radios. I'm going to get back. We're on 27. 841, which is channel 25 on UK FM at the moment. Spam. Let's go to. Where are we? We're only getting lost. Channel 19. See if there's anyone on. Yeah.
Can't be back.
People on the 19. Love it. I love it. Love it when there's people about. At the moment, it's a little bit tricky for me, a little bit up and down, because I've got some new neighbours, and what they've done is they've stripped out their house completely, and they're putting all new fancy stuff. They've got a lot of money. They're very rich, and they're putting all LED lights in. They're putting all kinds of new stuff. And it's creating all kinds of noise on air for me. The 19 gets wiped out completely. Most of the CB gets wiped out completely. The bottom half of 27 megs gets wiped out completely, with all the LED lights that they've got and other things they've got at night time. In the morning and during the daytime it's not so bad. Of an evening, which is when I want to go on the radio, it all just gets wiped out. So, you know, you can't, that's what happens. People with a lot of money, really rich people, want to put in LEDs and things like that. They won't stay with normal stuff. They'll go with posh stuff, won't they? And then it wipes out old technology such as radio. But there you go. It's one of them things, you lot. One of them things. Anyway, I'll catch you later on. All the best. Enjoy yourselves, and yeah, man, just have a wonderful day, because that's what it's all about. It's a lovely day. Enjoy yourselves. Catch you later.